Hi. Yeah, I'm Shay. Well, at least that's what people call me, and I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna ramble your ear off. A lot's been going on my plate, you know? Like, I don't know. And I usually don't write things down. I've never been a big diary person, even though I have one and I've had it since fifth grade. But I never quite wrote down, I don't know, the things that I needed to write down. And so I just thought, alright, let's turn on the camera, see where this goes. So I just spent, I guess I lost $4,000 the other day paying for school. And this has always been something that's tormented me about whether going to college or not is worth it. I mean, I've seen my parents stay in debt even till this day, and the struggles that they go through and the life that, the lifestyle we ended up living. We weren't, we were definitely not rich. They were both college kids when they had me, so you can imagine the lifestyle that, I had. And yeah, my mom was a teacher, and that doesn't pay a lot, and she's still paying off her loans till this day. My dad's actually going to school right now, finishing up his degree. He wasn't able to when I was younger. But, it's just college tuition has just been rising and rising and rising. And I don't know, I just can't afford it. I know I can't afford it, and I just don't know what I'm doing here. Because people tell me, especially my family, I need to get a college education, I need to get a stable job, to have a stable financial future, but I don't understand what is stable. I mean, being stable is not being in debt for the rest of your life, working your ass off to get it paid off. Being financially stable isn't, I don't know, just chaining your life away for God knows how long until you get your debt paid off. My friend recently, she dropped out of school because it just wasn't for her. And instead of paying, the in-state 15 grand, she's paying 24 because of inflation. And so it's just, inflation inflation doesn't care about those who are in debt. Those are the losers for inflation. But, so in high school I thought about, well, trade school, right? I can pick a trade, do what Micro did. I was such a huge, Dirty Jobs fan, and Micro and his message of, going to trade school and learning about it. But I had to learn about that myself. My public school never told me anything about trades, about, I can go to school for 2 years or get a certificate or just for how long in order to learn a skill and just start working right away. They never taught me that. They never taught us that. And the friend that dropped out, she didn't know what to do, and I told her about, have you ever heard of trade schools? And she really never thought about it or heard about that area. And so it's just I feel like the school system is just training us to become these employees forever in corporate jobs and office jobs, and just training us to go to college, be in debt, give your money away, be poor. And, you know, like, how do you break that cycle? At the same time, if I go into a trade school, I'm going to be living paycheck to paycheck, you know? Well, I guess I'll be doing that at 9 to 5 as well, right? Except I'll be doing that, like, 4 years later. Yeah, but, like, also, the population's growing. More people are coming into this earth, and more people are going to go to school. More competition in the market, less jobs that are going to be out there. And so my thoughts for going into college was, you know, I'm in finance right now, and I'm hoping to stay in there if I can afford to stay here, because I'm paying for myself. And we'll see how long that lasts, and how long these two jobs are gonna they're gonna do a number on me. But it's fine. Like, anyway, I'm in finance, and I'm really, really hoping that I can get into investment banking. I'm searching my butt off to get an internship right now, and I have a couple lined up for a few banks. And, you know, my thought is get into investment banking, just sell my soul for a couple of years, and start making, you know, that cash so I can pay off for school. And that's the plan, that's the grind. And, of course, it'd be nice to follow your passions. I mean, going to, you know, an art school, I would love to do that, or go to a music school. I mean, I played in the orchestra for over 10 years, and I'd love to play the viola in, like, the Boston Symphony Orchestra or something, but that's just not realistic. And if you don't know what a viola is, it's basically a bigger and better violin. No bias, definitely. But, you know, I'm also thinking, like, what is the point of all this? Like, what am I doing here, you know? Why can't I just, like, why am I in college? Maybe I should go do a trade school, or go acquire a skill, like become a dental hygienist, so I can please my dentist, who is so cute. His dentist is like a hole in the wall, and it's just him and one dental hygienist and a receptionist, and he's always just like, my real name's Shannon, and he's just like, Shannon, when are you becoming dental hygienist so you can work with me? And, you know, so cute. And I really was thinking about going into dental hygiene, because it was a 2-year program in one of the schools nearby. But, you know, I was like, no, in the end, I'll probably be making a lot more in finance, and also I'll have a backup, because having a degree probably outweighs, you know, a trade in the long run. Yeah, so, I don't know. I was also thinking about the Air Force, because my dad went into the Army, his dad went into the Navy, my sister's in the Air Force right now, and I was strongly thinking about the Air Force, and whether I should join or not, because, like, you know, it'll pay for school, and I'll travel, I'll learn skills, it'll force me to work out. But, you know, I'm hearing my sister's story. She's about 5-6 years older than me, and, you know, she's working as an HR person, and she's worked in London, and she's gonna get shipped out to Germany in a couple months, and, you know, she's just enjoying it a lot, but she's taking classes along the way, but she's getting paid to go to school. And, you know, like, that sounds appealing. Yeah. Should I do that? But I don't know. So at the moment, I saved up quite a bit and with scholarships. And of course, that isn't going to be enough to last me throughout the entire 4 years. And that's why I have 2 jobs, and that's why I'm working while being a full-time student. And because I genuinely enjoy being here in college. There's just so many opportunities, and it peeves me when people who, especially like out-of-state kids who pay a ridiculous amount to be here, who just do nothing and just sit in their room and like don't go and try to get these opportunities. Like, you know, I was able to do this cool 9-week program where I was able to find a stock for one of our school's funds, and I did research and I used Bloomberg, and I was pitching the stock at the end of like this 9 weeks to the entire fund, saying like, why should we invest into the stock because of like these future upward trends. And it was just such a great experience. And this is an actual job that happens for like analysts when you go out into the real world working. And some of the members like got jobs at like Fidelity and Goldman Sachs and all these, you know, prestige like equity funds or investment funds, the banks. And yeah, I don't know. I want to be here. I do, because it's a great opportunity for me to network and make friends and try things, but at the same time, I just can't afford it. And that puts me in a sticky situation. Like, where do I go from here? I could just give up 4 years of my life and go into the Air Force, but, you know, I'll be able to travel for free and they'll pay for school in the end. But at the same time, if I stay here in college, I get a bachelor's degree. I'll start working right away and building my career, especially in business. You know, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And like the thing about trade school is just you're stuck with that trade. You can learn another thing, but that takes time. And if more people decide to go in your trade, then you have the less likelihood of finding another job. And if you get fired because you're not an essential worker, or, you know, there's another recession, or parting in there. I don't know. So, yeah, that's my rant. Yeah, cool. I think that's it. Bye, guys.